Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. You're welcome to another live stream. In today's video, I want to talk about the youth, the people that are youthful in the Assembly of Lagos State, who are actually supposed to be a model of, the desired youth involvement in politics and a change in the narrative. So yeah, it's trending right now. They made some videos, put out some desires, but even though Desmond Elliot has kind of, retracted his earlier statement, but I thought it was wise for us to talk about it, and in the sense that are the youth actually going to make the difference that is desired, because at the end of all this NSAS, one thing that came out of it was that there was going to be a youth party and then youth involvement, and nobody is going to vote for the old ones. So right now we have youth members of the parliament who are actually like kind of behaving like the rest of the stock. So I welcome everyone that is joining me for this live video. So you're welcome, and I ask you, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, join the Blessedom family, and yeah, let's hit that 5,000 mark. And don't forget to click the like button. It helps the algorithm. And yeah, you're welcome to another live stream. Let me just play some music so while we are talking. So if you want to add to the conversation with a telephone, I'll just leave my telephone here now. Thank you so much. You are welcome to my channel. My name is Blessing, and this is my Blessedom TV. So if you are new here, you are heartily welcome. I hope that you will subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much if you just did that. So yeah, I just wanted to share with you what is trending. And we have Desmond Elliot. He's a Nigerian celebrity. So everybody actually knows him from acting, like he's an actor and he's very famous, very popular in Nollywood. So, about 5 years ago, he got into politics, and actually social media was his base, because he rallied the youth, and of course, through social media. So he got the support he needed, and he got into the parliament. So in the wake of all this NSAS and all the things that happened, he came out and gave a speech in the parliament. So I will just let you hear what he has to say.
It's not true. Period. All right, good evening. My name is Desmond Elliot. I just came out of a sitting. You want me to also introduce you? All right, good evening. My name is Desmond Elliot. I just came out of a sitting. You want me to also introduce you? Okay, my colleague is here, Honorable Afini. We just came out of plenary sitting right now at the House of Assembly. And before it finished, Dr. Olufumilayo now tweeted saying the Lagos State House of Assembly is developing a bill to regulate and control speech on social media. Desmond Elliot is said to be one of those pushing this. So the plan is to deny Lekki massacre and then start arresting anyone. Please, I beg us, I beg everyone. This is not true. It's totally unfounded. It's Dr. Olufumilayo. Why don't you even verify? Aren't we going through a lot already? It's not true. Period. No state house of assembly, no state house, not one, has the jurisdiction to even deliberate on the or to pass anything, bill or anything. It's not possible. It simply lies on the exclusive list. It's from the federal level. You can't. Every member has a right to say something, but yes, you can't. And the only thing I said towards social media was to the celebrities and social influencers, motivational speakers. I said, listen, we have followers. You have followers. Please, can we cut down on the hate narrative? Everyone is going through so much right now.
So this is what he said to debunk the initial statement that he made in the House. Yeah, I was going to show you the initial statement that he made in the House.
Mr. Speaker, we need to address certain things. The Nigerian youth, the social media, the social influencers, all of these are making the narrative that we are seeing today, except we are joking with ourselves. Social media, yes, all good, has its negative impact. Let me first thank you for condemning the wanton killings and carnage that happened at Lekki. When I went through the comments, I could not believe it, Mr. Speaker. The curses, the abuses from children. And I ask myself, is this Nigeria?
Mm-hmm.
What is going on? Children cursing, people having the effrontery to enter an Oba's palace, all the staff of office. Culture is gone. Mr. Speaker, in the next 5 years, there will be no Nigeria. If we don't start now, the youth is not only those who do the peaceful protest, those who have looted, who have destroyed lives, they are youths as well. Mr. Speaker, pregnant women went into malls, picked things and went away. When shall we change this narrative? I put it to all the celebrities out there, all the motivational speakers. This is the only country we have. The wealthy will go. When anything happens, what is our common saying? We die here. Please, celebrities, please, social media influencers, stop the hatred already. You have a means constitutionally to change government. It's called your P.
So,
Mr. Speaker,
basically, what I wanted to show you guys is that, he's talking about social media, and he's talking about what happened during, when the youths went to the Oba's palace to take away his things and damage some of his properties and cut away the food and the money he kept there. And he's talking about, every other thing, but he never talked about the government, the governors, and, the people who are supposed to distribute the palliatives that kept it onto themselves, So Desmond Elliot is a youth, you would say, and he's supposed to be a representative of what we desire, and for him to start with saying ban social media, because social media is the only means to tell another narrative, social media is only how people can change the narrative and say something different, and before social media they only had the NTA, those their official networks that they can use to say anything that they want. But social media is giving the general public the access to share information, to disseminate information and counter their own false narrative. It's not like social media people that there are no fake news coming from there, but the government, when they are lying about what has happened, is also fake news. So they are just bothered about social media, because with social media people can actually hold them accountable. For example, this Desmond Elliot, he has been in government for 5 years, and what is his achievement? So in the wake of all this thing that's happened, the youth actually went out for him and kind of to check out what he has achieved since the time he has been in. I mean, like, his own is even worse than the old people. So this is what he provided for his constituency in the wake of the COVID-19. Look at this. This is his own empowerment. I hope you can see it. So this is his own empowerment. I don't know what is happening. For some reason, the chat is not going. Just in case you are trying to write and it's not working, I don't know what is happening. You can call in. I put the number there. I hope you can see the number. So here we have the COVID-19 empowerment by Desmond Elliot. Like, he said people should ban social media because social media is the only means that you can use to disseminate this kind of information and actually show what he's doing with his constituency money. And he's not talking about the corruptness and the ineptitudeness of the government that put the people in that poor state. He said he saw poor people, pregnant women going to get the palliatives and stuff like that. But you have to actually talk about what put them in that condition. So his achievement is that this is a toilet that he built. Look at this toilet. This is the toilet that he brought in people to come and even use ribbon to cut. This toilet, this is what they are using this ribbon to cut. Look at this ribbon. They are using it to cut these old toilets. This is his achievement, and he's a youth. He's supposed to make a difference. He's supposed to show the way to do this government. That look at his achievement in Amuodo, in Lagos. I think it's this island area. Look at, I will even show you the bridge that he reconstructed. This is bridge, and here it says this is the bridge that he has reconstructed. I hope you can see it. My people, look at this wooden bridge. Is that something that somebody that say youth should vote? I mean, the signboard is even more expensive than that Paco. Like, these people are a joke, Sha. Look at this signboard. Is showing his name. He said this has been renovated by Desmond Elliot, and like he put his name and his face on this billboard, standing behind this Paco, this wooden bridge. This is a young man that is supposed to go into politics and make a difference. So much for youth leadership. So much for youth have to be in leadership. How can somebody that is a youth procure this kind of thing and call it a development? Just imagine, look at this wooden bridge. This is something that is done by somebody that is not up to 50 years. Does this thing look like a development? Look at I don't know. For me, I mean, this is a joke. And oh my God. Like, what is this? This is a toilet, public toilet, this small thing like this is so much for a youth leader. Look at what he is able to show, and this is something he can say that he has achieved since 5 years that he's been in power, and he still had the audacity to come and say social media. Just look at this. Is this thing empowerment? Look at empowerment. Just look at empowerment. Can you call this one empowerment? That they can use to be washing hands. Just imagine. On top of how much now? Eh? And he's even going there boldly to go and cut ribbon because he built one room toilet. So I mean, it is sad, but it is what is happening. So the other lady is also another house member in Lagos. You understand? So this he was saying that, children, they are saying insult. I'm not saying that, people are not taking, the buffer, the like, out of sight. They can stay behind the camera and they can just type anything. Of course, there are a lot of people that just kind of lose the kind of things somebody cannot say to you in your presence. They can just kind of type it away. And this is the reality of what is going on social media. But that doesn't mean that you should call for a ban of social media and saying because of what is going on in social media in 5 years that it's not going to be Nigeria. Hello. So you don't see that because of the impunity of the government that is going on, there will be no Nigeria. Like, Nigeria is going to be continuing to be healthy and good. It's just because of social media that Nigeria will just disappear, you see. And then he has changed the narrative and he kind of, retracted his speech. That's why I played what he first of all, he took back what he said, and then I played actually what he said. So there's another lady that is also in that this thing, and this is what she has to say.
Look at the children these days, the youths. I like your submission, Mr. Speaker, that it is not unemployment that should be the bane or the reason why youths will come out and begin to misbehave. There are unemployments in so many countries of the world, even in the United States. I schooled in the UK, and I saw a lot of young people who were not employed, but they didn't become hoodlums. Why can't we look inwards and look for solutions to our problems? Why can't the young people look within themselves, look for their talents? Even if as graduates, what stops you from becoming a designer or a professional tiler or what have you?
Bricklayer.
And make a brand of it. There is no excuse for being a hoodlum. Mr. Speaker, I think it is about time. I mentioned this on the floor of the House. Ab initio, we became members of the Ninth Assembly, that the National Orientation Agency needs to set to work. We need to begin to orientate our young people. They need people who can talk to them from time to time. They are high on drugs all the time, most of them. They go to social media, they do all sorts of things. I'm even scared to give my young children phones because I'm scared I don't know what they would see on the social media. It's that bad. We need to set the National Orientation Agency to work. The Nigerian National Population Commission. We need to have data. We need to have statistics of our citizens. We need to know who is what and where. We need to be able to identify our people. And Mr. Speaker, this is my humble submission in conjunction with what Honorable Rotimi has said, that a committee will set up to look into this carnage. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
So this is also a young person in the Lagos State House of Assembly, and you have heard what she said, that Nigerian youth are on drug every time, and kind of putting them down and saying being unemployed is not a reason for them to become hoodlums, and that they could do other things. They can become become professional, like just do some kind of thing on their private pay. And one of the the backlash that's been coming
these days.
The backlash that's been coming from everything is that people have gone she said she schooled in the UK, and that one is up. Yes, I'm speaking German. That one is now up in the air because the university she claims that she went to, it is now out there that obviously it's almost like that university does not exist. But I don't want to say this now. Like, it's like, okay, we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. But people are claiming that the university she's writing, at first she said it's an online university, like they found out that it was an online university, but now it's almost like it doesn't even exist, like a repeat of the Toronto kind of issue that we had in the past. But that being said, it's now up in the air and public that the COVID-19 relief that she was supposed to distribute to her own constituency, that she didn't distribute it to them, and that she hoarded them and used it as souvenirs for her birthday. And the pictures of You Trust Nigerian Youth is all over the place. And look at it here. These are the COVID-19 look at the COVID-19. This is in her house. Somebody that is saying youth are hoodlums. She herself, she's a youth because she's not even up to 45. Look at the palliative. She turned it to her property and put her face on it and use it as gift for her birthday bash that she had. You see? COVID-19 that is supposed to go, look at it. You can, you can, if you look closely, you can see this is the COVID-19. She now put her face on it. She put her face on it. Can you see it? Yeah. She put her face on it. This is supposed to go to the public in her constituency, but she didn't give it to them. She kept it to herself, and she's now sharing it like her property and using it to give to her friends. And you can imagine who is the friends of the honorables that will be invited to her birthday bash. They will also be the same elite like her. And what does she have to show for being a Lagos State House member? This is the only thing she can boast for. Look at this. This is only thing she can boast for. But these are the issues that they are worried about. The social media. They are worried about what children are saying on the social media, but they don't care about the impunity of the elders that has put these children in this condition. They don't care about that. And we are hoping that when the youth eventually come into power, that they are going to make a difference. But this is such a huge slap on the face of every youth, every aspiring youth, everybody that really wants something better for this part of the world, that the youth can be engaged and show the way how it can be in the new, in the new generation. But obviously the rot is so deep that the youth can only emulate what is on ground and follow the footsteps of those that they have come to meet, and they are not bringing any youthful addition, anything that is going to add any new value to what is already obtainable. And this is a sad thing for me. When I saw all this, I was like, so much for youth leadership, so much for youth leadership. What is there to guarantee us now that even the youth will make a difference? How can you be a youth and you are going to build ordinary wooden bridge across like this is your own constitution, and you are not even ashamed to make a billboard and put yourself there beside this kind of shameful something, So, but this is the tragedy of what we see in Nigeria. Every time you see somebody that calls herself honorable, she's giving food to give to her constituency. Instead of her to go and give it to them, she tagged them hoodlums and thugs and whatever, and miscreants. And she put her face on the food that she's supposed to give out to her constituent members as relief, and use it for her personal purpose, to do good, to show face, to share to people who don't need it. You see, so this is a slap in the face of everybody. And, of course, Desmond Elliot has retracted what he said and asked for apology. Like there's this video he made where he was actually asking for forgiveness. But people are already enraged, especially his fellow his fellow what they call them now, celebrities, and here is where he has come to Arise Television to apologize.
Desmond Elliot, I just came out of the sitting. You want me to also introduce you?
So this is I played this one before, so I'm just replaying it. He's apologizing for what he said, you know, but the lady has not had any time to apologize. So he's kind of just saying that he didn't say that, he didn't mean that, and all those kind of a thing. But for me, I feel that there is like this is a slap on the face of everybody and a letdown, just a letdown. And it's a letdown, especially for the other young lady. I learned that she's not, maybe she's just in her early 40s, you know, and she couldn't make any difference just behaving the same way. So either there's something about the Nigerian leadership circle that just kind of, you know, corrupts you, takes away your humanity, your dignity, you know, your integrity and everything that is human about living, and just kind of corrupts your mind in that way that you just want to accumulate and mindless accumulation of even things that you don't need, or there is just nothing to explain it. You know, you can't explain this thing, you know. So my people, I just wanted to share you know, these videos as they are trending. And yeah, there's been so much talk about social media, controlling social media. Of course, there is nobody saying that they cannot regulate social media. Even here on YouTube, it's highly regulated. You cannot just post anything. You know, they have community guidelines. If there are things that are not true, if there are things that goes against the community guidelines, you are going to get a strike and something like that. Those are, you know, the kind of mechanisms that they have put in place to check excesses, you know, and everybody can do that. Here in Germany, they do it too, you know, and so there's nothing stopping them to do that, do some kind of regulation. But trying to ban it because, you know, it's just kind of adding to the narrative and reaching the narrative, like, you know, what happened at the Lekki toll gate, without you know, the videos, without social media, you know, we'll just get to hear only what the government has to say. You understand? So it's important for everybody to fight this, you know, to stand out against this you know, push to ban the social media, because social media is the new way of life. They just have to accept it, they have to live with it. And if, for example, if not for social media, we will not know that Desmond Elliot, even though he's youth, even though he was popular, even though, you know, he had the charisma, even though it was social media that put him in that place, that pushed him and, you know, gave him that opportunity to be in that position, that he will still, you know, turn around to want to ban social media, you see. So social media is such a useful part in our society today, and especially in a place like Nigeria, where the authorities are, you know, always trying to cover their trail, always trying to cover their impunity. So social media gives us a peek into the narrative, you know, into another narrative of what has happened and what the possibilities and everything that is going on. So you don't just have to listen to what may be, you know, quote unquote lies or inaccurate or cover-ups, and, you know, just like that. So I just hope that we can stand together and not give them that chance to stop social media in Nigeria, because the Nigerian youth, you see how they have been beaten down. They go out to protest, they are shut down, they are pushed back. You know, so many things. They don't give them any services for the democracy. Democracy doesn't deliver to them. So even the social media, they pay huge price for it, to buy data and all those kind of a thing. And I think this is only what they have for now. So I think it is very wrong for somebody that is a youth, so to say, to kind of lend his voice to anything that will stifle the youths more than they are already. Good, they can put some kind of regulations and all those kind of things, but that is the end. Nobody should accept that just because of social media that there will be no Nigeria. No, because of the impunity that is going on, because of the lawlessness that the you know, people in government are exhibiting. Those are the things that, you know, pose a threat to Nigeria. And because of the high-handedness of the military, for example, you know, it can actually easily set them against each other. So those are the things that can put an end, a breach to Nigerian existence. But to say that because of social media, because the youth have access to social media, that there will be no Nigeria, that is just a fallacy. That is just mere construction. That it is not true, you see. So Thank you so much, my people, for bearing with me today. For some reason, I don't know, the chat is not coming through. I know that some people will be trying to write, but I don't know what happened. I didn't see the chats. The chats are not showing. So I will have to end this video now because I'm just the only one talking. It's not interactive for me enough. And by God's grace, we'll see us again tomorrow. I really want to appreciate every one of you that joined me in this session. Thank you so much and have a great weekend ahead. Thank you. It's Friday again. See you soon. Bye for now. Bye.